Hello and welcome back. Let's continue building our backend right here. And in today's video, we are going to look at controller for orders, and then after that, we are going to look at middleware that is going to protect our routes, because you don't want a user that hasn't authenticated or has signed into our system to be able to access some other routes in our system. So what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to add another thing that we are going to look at here. We are going first of all to finish off with the order controller and then proceed to our middleware. So our middleware also will be checking for the JSON web token that we stored in our cookie before it proceeds. So here I want to add the text here. I want to add, we are going to end our backend here by looking at the middleware. So the middleware, I think this one is for protect route, like that. So that is what we are going to do in this video. So then also, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and also like this video so that also it may reach other people who want to learn how to code. So now let's get into tutorial. Now what I want to do is that I want to close this tab here, and here already you can see our GitHub. We just leave this tab and we are going to go here to my code, and you can see from the last video here we are having an error. So if I scroll up here, you can be able to see that we are having error, and actually it is pointing out to us where the error is coming from. And you can see here get all users, get users, delete users, and all these functions we are actually importing them from controller and then out controller.js. And this is a mistake that I did, and we need to correct this mistake so that our backend can run without any other problem. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to correct that, and it is inside this user.route.js, and here you need to change from auth and you need to change to be user, like that. And after that we can save this. Let's see if our backend is running without any problem. So you can see server is running on port 8000 and database is connected successfully. So we have solved that problem. So what I'm going to do now is that I want to drag this down here, and I'm going to close these pages here that are unnecessary for now, so that we can also proceed looking at inside here controllers. We are going to have now order.controller and then .js. These are functions that we are going to have for our orders, and we can import first of all the order from the models. So this one is from, let's come here to models, let's import from models, and then after models here we can actually import it from banner, now the banner model. So after that, now what is going to happen is that I'm going to import async handler, and this one is of course from express async handler, this one here. And here now I can start creating the function. The first function that I'm going to create here is create order here, and then this one we can just create a function called create order. Of course is a function here for, let's add here, we are going to wrap the function using async handler. We are going to have async, we are going to have request response, and now inside here we can continue by saving our order from our client to the database. So I'm going to remove that space. So here the first thing that I want to do is to create new order. So create new order here, and we create new order by actually here is just that we pass in the request.body data, like that. And after that now we need to save. So I'm going to come up here and say const saved order, like that, is equals to now new order. We have new order here, and then dot save, like that. So we call that function from our MongoDB, and this one we can just say await so that because we don't know in future which time it will take to save into a database. And here I can just check if we can or we have saved our order. So I'm going to use a exclamation mark here and say saved. If we don't have saved order here, then we can draw an error. So here we can say res.status. Here we can say it's 400, and then after that we can draw new error. By now you know that. And then here we can say order was not created, like that. And then after that I can come here and say else. We are going to now send this order to our backend. So I'm going to say res.status, and here we can add to be 201 because it's a creation. And then here we can just now send the saved order, like that. And now I want to format my code like that. And then here we can continue with other function. For example, update order. This one is for admin, of course. So here I'm going to create a function. So update order. And then here we are going to wrap it using async handler as usual. This is async here. We are going to have request response and then the function inside here. So we need to update. So to update, I'm going to use update order here. So this is updated order right here. So I'm going to add here await, and then I'm going to do order find by ID, and update like that. And then you are going to pass in request dot params and dot params dot id, like that. And then you are going to set here. So we are going to set here, what we are going to set is request dot body. And also here we are going to have another option that is new, which you are going to assign it to true. So like that, you can see how easy it is. And after that, now we need to check if the order was saved. So first of all, we need to check if the order was not saved so that we can throw an error. So if we don't have updated order, so let's add here updated order. Then what we can do is that we need to have res.status here, and then 400. Here we can now throw a new error, and then this error we can say this error is order was not updated, like that. And then after that we can now be able to update our order, or we can just send the updated order. So here we can say res.status, and this one we are going to give it 201 status code, and then we are going to send updated, so updated order, like that. So this is updated order. You can be able to save it like that, and then I think that's okay now. So I'm going to format my code again. So we can continue with another function. So another function that we can have is to delete an order. So let's come here and say delete order, like that. And then this one is, you can say get or delete order. So delete order, like that. And then we need to wrap it using async handler. So this one will be async request response, and then here we can have the just like the functionality. So the functionality here, we are going to have the order that is deleted. So I'm going to say await. Here I'm going to use update or order. Let me just have order, and then find find by ID, and this time is by delete, not update. And then we can pass in the ID, and ID we are going to pass using request dot params and then ID. So after that, I can check if I have the order. So if I don't have the order right here, then what I can do here is need to set an error or to throw an error. Of course, it's to 400, but you can specify any status code for as long as it's a error status code, and then we can draw new error here, and here we can specify the error right here. So the error here will be order was not deleted successfully like that. And then I can be able to add here else like that. We need to come up here and we're going to say rest.status, and then you can have 200.json, and then we can pass in the order like that. And then I think that's okay now. So I'm going to format this. After that, this is a delete order. So I can just come up here again and have a get now user order. So get user order like that. And then you can say get const get user order like that. This is also a function that you are going to wrap using async handler. So request and then response. Actually here we need to have async. This is an arrow function. So async request and response, and then inside here we can have let's say now orders. So get here we are going to get orders. So just orders. Let me get orders. So and we are going to get this order. So I'm going to say await, and then I'm going to add here await. Actually it's not await, order. And then here I can say find, and then inside here I can specify what I want to find these orders using. So in the field for the order, I have order ID, and I'm going to now look for that. I'm going to pass in the ID here using request params ID, and this ID will be ID for the user, and this one will be able to check. This one it will be able to check, and for the field for user ID field, and it will check for the ID that I'm going to pass. So here I'm going to have to use reverse function here like that, because I want them to be sorted. So from the latest to the one that is not latest. So here I'm going to check if no orders. So if we don't have orders, then here I can say test.status, and then here let's say something like maybe 400, and here you can say rest.status, and we can say something like let's say for example actually here is throw error, sorry. So here will be throw new error, and here we are going to pass in a message. So our message will be orders, no orders was found, no order was found, or something went wrong, or something went wrong, something of the sort. And then here I can have else. That means that we have orders. So this is needed to spell this right. So here I can send now res.status, and then here we can say 200.json, and here I can send the orders. So we send the orders like that. So I think these functions are okay, but I need now the last one here, which is get all orders. So get all orders right here, and this function is very simple. So get all orders, and then this we are going to wrap it using async handler right here. So inside we can have async, we have request, response, and then inside here we can have the functionality. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is to get all orders. So orders like that, and we are going to say await, and then order dot find. Now the person who will be able to fetch all the orders here will be the admin. So here we can say an order, and then here we can say dot reverse. So dot reverse like that, and then after that we can be able to take if order like that. If we don't have any orders, so this is orders, then we can draw a new error. So I think I can just copy from this error here like that, and then can be able to paste it here. Else, then that means we have orders, so I can just send those orders. So I can say 200 and then .json, and I think now I can send here orders like that. So I think that's okay. And I think now I don't have any other function that I'm going to add here. So you can export these functions. So here the first function that I'm going to export is get all orders. I'm going to also get order status order get order, that is one order. We are going to get user order, and then we are going to delete order, and also create order. I think I don't know why there is no auto completion. So create order, and then update. We have update order like that. So I think this one, let me see if I have spelled it right. So this was the first function. So we have all these functions right here. So this one is get order, and it should be create order. So like that. And I think now I can be able to create the route. So to create the route, I'm going to copy everything here, and then I'm going to routes here, and inside the routes I'm going to create order route. So order route.js like that, and then I'm going to import first of all express from express. Another thing is I'm going to create router, and it is from express dot router like that as a function. After that, we can be able to export default router like that, and inside here now we can be able to import the functions here, those functions, and we are going to import them from controller, and then here also we are going to import from the order right here like that. And I think that's okay now. So here I'm going to add my functions, so or the route. So here we are going to have, let me comment this. So we are going to have create order route. So create route or here like that, and this one we are going to have router dot post. First it will be just a default route, and here I can say create order like that. We are going to have another one, the route here. So this one will be update order or update order route order route like that, and then this one will be router dot put here, and we can pass in now the ID here, and then this one will be update order. The other thing is we need to get all orders, get all orders, and this one will be router dot get, and then here we can have all orders, and we can say get all orders like that. I think now the other thing is after get all orders here, for this one would be route. Let's add route here like that. So this one also here, we are going to have another one. After get all orders, we can get one order. So get one, we can get order, or let's delete order, that is. So delete order like that. This one will be router dot delete, and then it's a default route, but we have to pass in the ID, and then here we can just say delete order. So delete order like that. And then I think we have another one, which is get users order. So get users order route like that, and here you can say router dot, this one will be just get. I'm going to have to add another route called find, and then after find here we can pass in the user ID, so that we can use that ID to get that user's order. So here I can say get user order like that. I think that's all now for now. I think I don't have to have anything else right here. So I can actually delete this function. I don't think we are going to need it right in this route here. So also I need to add route here. And the last stage here is to register our route in app.js. So I'm going to copy this and paste down here. We are going to have this as now orders, and after that we can also, let me import it here like that. Let's import and add it here. This one will be order route, so order route like that, and this one will be, let me change this to B. Now this one will be order, and then route.js like that, and then here I think I can pass in now for the route, for the orders here I can pass this one. I can just add here order like that, order route, and then here you can see I did a mistake here. It was supposed to be user route like that. So if I come back here, you can see we have registered the route the way it should be. So now what we need to do now is to create our middleware to be able to check for our route before we make any request, especially for those requests that we need the user to have signed in our system. Now what we are going to do is that we are going to come here to middleware, and I'm going to create another route that is called auth, or actually it's not a route but middleware. So a middleware.js like that. So this is auth middleware. So what I'm going to do here is first of all to import JWT, and we are going to import our JWT from our JSON web token, and then here we are going to import async handler. So this one is async handler, and it's from express async handler here. Another thing that we are going to have here is our user. So user model from Actually, I think I could have auto imported it, so you can be able to see it here, and we need to add the extension here .js. And then another thing that I need to import is .env, and this is from .env there, and I can say .env.config like that, and here I can be able now to create a function. Actually, this one will be just a variable that will be assigned to a function. So this one I'm going to call it protect, and in here I can say sync. I can use a sync handler to just wrap it. So inside here we need to have a sync. So a sync, you're going to have this one because it's a middleware. We need to have a request, response, and next, like that. So here what we can do is that we can have a token. So let's create a token right here, and this token will be gotten from request. Remember we saved our what we are calling token in our cookies. So I'm going to have cookies and then JWT like that, and after that we can take the token in this request cookies, and our token is called JWT. So what we are going to do here is that we can have now the token. If we have the token, we can proceed, but if we don't have the token here, so that is else, then we need to throw an error, because that means that the user is not signed in, sorry. So here we need to say res.status. You can say for because this is unauthorized, and then we can say throw new error like that, and here we are going to say something like not authorized, and no token, not authorized, no token, like that. Not authorized because there is no token. Now if we have the token, then we need to verify that this token is valid and it has not expired. So here we need to use try catch, and here we are going to say const decoded. We need to decode our token, so, or we can just say decoded token like that. Me just use camel case. So decoded token, and we are going to use jw2.verify verify, and then here we can say token. We can pass in the token, and then we can pass in the secret key or phrase that we used to encrypt it. So .jwt underscore sec. So I want to show you this JWT sec where we used it. So you can come here to util and then generate token. If you come here, you'll be able to see we signed in this JWT using this key that we saved in our .env, this one here. Let's see, let me show you. So this JWSec here is the one that we are using to actually make sure that we signed that token. So that's what we are doing right here. So after that, what we are going to do is that we have decoded our token. So I'm going to make sure that I create a new variable for my request that is called user, and then I'm going to await here, and then I'm going to say user. So this one will be just user, and then find by ID, like that, and then I'm going to pass in the decoded token, and then inside here, because we stored the user ID, I'm going to pass that ID here, and because I don't want to have a password here, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use another function that is called select, and we are going to actually minus password here. So the data here will be other data like the name, the email. That's what we are going to actually assign it to request.users or .user here. And now we can be able to access this user from anywhere because we are passing it using middleware. And then after that, now we can call this middleware right here, and we can call next so that we can go to the next step. So that's why I add an right here a new and next here so that we can proceed to the other part now. So here we are going to also status, we are going to draw an error. So this one will be 401 here, and here we can draw, let's draw a new error. So draw new error, and this error we are going to say not authorized, and invalid token, because now means that the token here will be invalid. So unauthorized token, not authorized and invalid token. So that is it. I want to format my code here like that, and here I can see I'm having error. So let's see where the problem error is coming from. So this one is update order here. So it is backend here, get order. Okay, get order, and I think this is not defined in module. So get order. So let me see here where we had the orders route. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to just push this down. So I have to come also to, let me save this. So I have to come to also this other part here for controller, and for the controller I need to go to order controller. Yeah, I think I don't have get order. Yeah, I don't have get order, I think so. Yes, so I think this is where the mistake is coming from. So I need to cancel or to delete it like that. So let me see if my backend is running here. So yeah, my backend is running. So now you might be wondering where we are going to use our middleware for protect, and I'm going to show you in a few. So let me just save that, and I'm going to cross this one here, cross this also this and this. So here I'm going to come up here, and right now you can see that we are signed in. So what I need to do here is to create another request. So add a new request here, and this request is for logout. So let's come here and add, let me rename this. So this one will be logout user. So logout user like that, and this one will be get here, and this one will be now logout. Let me add here logout, and let's see here, let me just try and make request. Yeah, you can see logged out successfully. So that means that we don't have cookies right here. So what I can do is that I need to try and make a request to get all the products. So I can just create a new request here, and this request we can say, we can rename it to get all products. So get all products like that, get all products. I think that's okay. And here I can just pass in this one, and we can say just products here. So let's see if we can make this request. So we can find this one here. So it's making request here, and it's still making request. I don't know why, but I think maybe I have my backend is not running the way it should. So my backend is still running here, So this one is running here. So I think there's a problem in getting the all products. So I'm going to come here to the product, and let me see for the get all products. So get product, get delete, so create. So I don't have create get all products. Oh, it is this one here. So this one is products, else products here. Oh, actually I have not sent here, so this one will be s dot status, and then here we can say 200 and dot json, and then I send now the products here like that. So this one should be like that. I think for this one here is products like that, I think so. Yeah, so I think we can try now. So let's try here. So if I try and make a request again here, you can see right now that it is empty. We have an empty array. That's because we have not created any product. But I want to create also another request here. So another request, and this request here is for get all orders. So here, for example, I can say get all orders like that, and then this one will be orders. So rather than products, this one will be orders like that. So let me try and make a request. Yeah, you can see here is not a function. Here you can see we have a problem here. So I'm going to come here to controller and then orders. So you can just come here, and it is saying that this is not a function. So let me try and make sure that I don't use the reverse. So I need to now send a request again. So you can see this is an empty orders here. So what we are going to do right here is that for to get all products, or to get products here, we are going to assume that you don't need to have signed in, because the user needs to see product even before they signed in. But for the orders here, you need to have signed in. So if I want to protect this route here called get all orders, I'm going to come up here to the route for the order. So for this one here, and to get all orders, for example this one, yeah, I need to call protect. So I think I forget to export that. So I'm going to come here to my middleware, and for the out here, I need to export this protect here, because this is how we are going to use it. So we are going to use it in another file. So export default, and this one is you're going to export protect like that, and then I can come back here and say protect, and I think we can be able to auto import it like that. So I think that's okay here. So you can see here, if you come up here, you'll be able to see that we have imported it here. So when you use protect here, and let's try and make another request now for the orders. So if I try and make another request for our orders right here, you'll be able to see a message, you're not authorized, and there's no token. But if we go back to the orders here and try to make a request, you'll be able to see that also we have the orders, because we have not protected this route, and this route, it is not a must we be signed in, so that to fetch the orders from the database, to fetch product from our database. So what we are going to do is that I'm going to log in so that I can have the cookies. So I'm going to send that request here. So you can see now I'm signed in here, and now I can try and make a request here. So let's try and make a request. Now you can see, because we have cookies, we have sent the cookies here, then we can be able to get the orders here. And let's try and log out again. So if I log out again and try to come here to the orders, you'll be able to see that you're not signed in, you are not authorized and not okay. So you can see how it is working. Now we can protect other routes, but because this video is longer, I don't want to do this right now. So have a great day. I'll see you on the next video. Make sure that you subscribe and also you have liked this video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video.